So there's a lot of ways to record guitar nowadays. You can record them through the traditional way using something like a Shure SM57 mic into a recording through your guitar amp. But of course, you need something like a audio interface. And this is probably the most common way to record an amp that you really like, right? But nowadays, there's also ways you can record directly into your phone. So that's kind of the cool thing that I discovered a while back. And this starts with the Boss IR-2. Now, this pedal here, I would say, is one of the most popular pedals out there right now. What is IR? So it's basically IR stands for impulse response. The goal of these type of pedals at the end of the day is to capture a real amp in the room setting and then replicate it back onto the pedal. Now the cool thing about that is it does sound pretty realistic, so you don't need to have all these amps that at your home. You don't have to buy all these amps. You can just have them all stored in the pedal itself, and then you can you can basically plug your guitar straight into the IR pedal and then put that straight into the front of house or the PA or your computer, and then you get that actual sound. Now, of course, it's not going to be 100% like it, but it's going to get very, very close to the point where it's not going to bother you that much. Now, why do I recommend the Boss IR-2? There's a few reasons. This one comes in at about $290. So essentially, you can just basically have your guitar, plug it into this IR pedal for $290, and you are set. You can record right away. In my opinion, this is probably the cheapest way to record music, especially recording guitar straight into your phone. So this is perfect for people who are putting up YouTube shorts or TikTok videos, even regular YouTube videos, because you can have the quality audio from the pedal without capturing background noise or the environment. So for example, if you were to record just with your phone without these pedals, well, you're going to need an amp, and then you're going to use your phone or your camera, and the mic quality from that might not sound that good. And the bad thing is that you're going to be recording the room sound. So for example, if you were recording in your bedroom and the heater, you can hear the heater or you can hear the air conditioning, that will trickle into your mic and it will capture that sound. You don't really want that, right? So having something like this direct recording, it allows you to just capture the amp model, for example, whether it's high gain, Brit, Crunch, Diamond, you just capture that sound. And if somebody's talking to you in the room, it's not going to capture that because it's a direct recording. So I find that's really good because it basically provides you with pro audio quality. And for the price, $290, you can't really beat it. So today, I want to show you how you can use this and set this up so you can actually put this pedal through your iPhone, your smartphone, and get some really, really good audio quality. And it's going to be so easy for you to create, guitar videos online with just a single pedal, just for $290, and that's all you need. So let's go ahead and check that out right now. How to connect your Boss IR-2 pedal to the iPhone. First, set the knobs like this. Pause the video if you need. Next, hold onto the pedal for 3 seconds and insert the input jack. The orange light will blink. This is very important. You need to take a lightning camera adapter USB-C cable. This will plug into the pedal and into your phone. You cannot use a charger USB cable. Next, get your headphones for monitoring. I am using the Audio-Technica ATH-M50 for my monitoring. Now get your guitar ready and hit the pedal once again. It should turn red and then flash green, and you're ready to play. Why would I recommend this over, all the other IR pedals on the market today? Well, the main thing is that IR pedals, in my opinion, if you're just starting out, you don't want to get something too cheap because the quality wouldn't be that good, and then it might discourage you from looking into IRs in general. So I wouldn't really get something like on Amazon that's like $50 or $60. Try to invest in something that's a little bit better. And at the end of the day, Boss is a very reputable brand. Everybody has used it. Everybody knows about this brand. I've had multiple pedals with them, and they sound great. And then on the deep end, you have stuff like Quad Cortex. You have the Nano Cortex. Like those things are quite expensive. We're talking about over $2,000 Canadian. And if you're just starting out, I don't think that's probably the best way to do it because you're not really sure about the space yet, and you're not really sure what features you need, for example. So this is a really good stepping stone into the IR world, and it gives you everything you need, in my opinion. So how have I been using this pedal? So I've been using this for praise and worship, and the cool thing is, like, the first time I ever used this pedal, well, actually, I'll go back a little bit. I was doing an audition for the praise and worship team for this church I've been attending. And, I'm very old school. I brought my tube amp, I brought my pedal board, everything. And then when I arrived there, they said, yeah, we actually just go direct into the PA system, right? And that's cool because that means that packing and unpacking is going to be very light. Transportation of your gear, all you need is your pedal board and your guitar, and that's it, right? I don't need to bring and haul around a 50-pound amp, so it's actually really, really convenient. Of course, I do miss that tube sound, but times are changing now. A lot of places are now using direct to PA. It's a lot easier for the sound guy to monitor your tone, to adjust your settings. So I totally understand that. And the stage looks very clean as well. There's no amps that are just like on the stage as well, right? So it's definitely something that you have to kind of get used to. Now, of course, with amps, you tend to use stuff like these, right? Like you use an SM57 or, and also you need an audio interface. But these things are going to cost money, right? So like if you're recording the regular way, the traditional way, right, you're going to have to buy a mic, you're going to have to buy an audio interface, and of course you have to get the amp, right? And of course, if you are just starting out and you're not playing with the band yet, then you can just get one of these and then record. Personally, I like this a lot better because it allows you to kind of use the headphones. If you really want to hear the sound, you can practice at night. And also, you could put this through an amp. I don't put it through an actual amp because technically this is an amp and cabinet, so I don't really use that. But you can kind of see why some people do that. So how am I using it right now? I do have another video on the channel that kind of talks about the step-by-step process that I did. And I basically put this pedal, the IR-2, at the end of my pedal board chain. And I kept it very, very simple. I really want to simplify my board. So all I had was a tuner, EP booster, SD1 distortion overdrive pedal, and then 2 modulation effects, which is the delay, reverb, and then straight into this pedal, and then you're set. And I've been doing this for this year, and it's been great. People have been commenting on the tone; they liked it, and nobody knows that it's not a quad cortex or anything. It's just a pedal, and I think sometimes it's just about how you set everything up, and that's all you really need to worry about.